my god, Morbius, the movie, but is it Sony Spider-Man universe? Is it the MCU? We're so confused.
I'm actually not confused at all. I'm not even kidding.
I know. I'm
not confused at all. I know exactly where its placement is, but we'll talk about this.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to say that right out of the gates, I was like, that trailer better be great.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about it in previous Camcasts, and I was saying, like, if they do more of that, like, Night Stalkers style, then I think I'd be more on board with this. And less of the animated show version, even though I understand why they did it, where he sucked plasma
you don't want
from his
suction
hands.
cup hands?
I did not want, right? And also, I like the idea of him being like a tortured science guy, right? Like he's a victim, so he uses science to try and cure his condition, and then they have adverse side effects, right?
Yep.
And especially because it's like a Spider-Man guy. Like, he came out of the Spider-Man comic book, so that's that classic science gone wrong type of thing. Yep. So it's like, just like Spider-Man, science gone wrong, but he becomes a hero type of thing. So when I watched the trailer, I was pleasantly surprised.
I was so happy.
When we got to the part where he starts, like, cataloging his powers, and he says the echolocation, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And then they really give you that, like he's going to be a good guy vibe, like kind of like Venom in that sense, where he's like a lethal protector. I was like, oh yeah, whoo-hoo, all right.
Yeah.
Now, I do think we'll get some version of his Night Stalker's costume by the end of the movie.
I hope, because that... Like, what? I don't even know what he's wearing in the comics right now. It's something black, obviously. But is it like the skin tight Night Stalker style?
I don't think it is. I think it's just... It might even be something similar to his actual costume. Okay. Where it's like the blue and the red. Right? Yeah. Which I think, like in this particular case, wouldn't work at all. And I think it'd be smarter if they went that black. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a leather look, but they went that black with the purple... It doesn't even have to really be a cape. It could even just be like a trench coat, and the lining is sort of like a purple. Then I'd be like, oh, because like, I mean, admittedly, as I'm saying this, like the cape is a little bit too comic booky.
Yeah.
And why would this guy
have a cape?
Like, why would he go?
And it's one of those short,
need
French
a cape
style capes
that kind of looks like bat wings.
Yeah.
You know, like he wouldn't think of it in that sense.
Because I'm a vampire.
Right. So, but yeah, like. The entire trailer, there's nothing in that trailer that I was like, the whole time I was like, oh.
This was a good teaser. Sony cut a good teaser on this, because with the original Venom teaser, a lot of people were complaining like, well, they didn't show anything for Venom besides a little bit of symbiote.
And I agree with that, because I said the same thing. I said, like, I mean...
I said, look, that's a teaser right
That
there.
Was a teaser, whereas this one's a trailer.
This is a trailer. They call it a teaser, but... Yeah. I mean, you get enough of the story in this where, like, you don't have to watch another trailer.
Exactly.
Now,
I was just
because you know what the movie's about.
Yeah, exactly. I feel the same way. Right. I was like, you know what? I'm good. In fact, I don't know if I want to see anymore. I want to leave it like this because this was tantalizing.
Oh, word of the day.
No, I just thought of it.
It's a good word.
It is a good word. I just thought it would be apropos.
Oh.
Very good choice, sir.
Yeah, no, it was... I've always liked Morbius in the comic books, but I've never been intrigued enough by him to read his stories and everything.
I agree, except for that Night Stalkers run.
But that's the thing, though. Like, he's always had this story, this background, and this look where I'm like, fuck, he's cool.
Yeah, like...
He is cool.
That Night Stalkers run, though, that was, like, we talked about it before. Like, that's one of those ones where both of us were both kind of like, yeah, that's right. That was a fucking crazy cool run.
Because they had
so many cool characters out of it.
That storyline was called Midnight Suns. And it was Morbius, Ghost Rider, Night Stalkers, and one other book, I think. And the story went in between each series.
Yeah, no,
because that Morbius #1 was part 3 of 6.
Yeah, that's right.
For the storyline.
Yeah, because it was Ghost Rider, it was Night Stalkers, it was Morbius.
Yeah.
And it was...
I want to say there was one more at the time.
There was another team book, Dark something. I can't.
I don't even know.
Recall. Even though we just did this.
we just did this conversation.
But anyway,
and I think we're in the same situation last time.
not to do a retread.
Must have been a great book.
Yeah, clearly. But yeah, that whole run was just crazy cool. Wagner, wasn't it? Ron Wagner doing the art on that book?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I said Garney.
Garney, you said Garney,
and it was actually Wagner.
I looked it up. And, yeah, whatever.
Anyway, so needless to say, like, just I don't really have too much to go into except that I was really impressed, really impressed with it. The
Jared Leto, like this is the comic role for Jared Leto. I liked him as the Joker, but this, like when they said Jared Leto was going to be Morbius, I was like, that's good casting.
I was a little hesitant. I remember, like, because I was worried about how they were going to do it, because they showed that shot of him in the hoodie, and I was like, he's in a fucking hoodie the whole time. I'm going to be mad. Yeah. I was going to be so mad. I'm still going to be mad. Like, if it's a hoodie the whole time. Morbius. Yeah, like, it's just...
I don't think it's going to be a hoodie. Well, they do that one shot at the end of the trailer where he turns around and he's full-on vampire.
Yeah, although,
and he ain't
I don't think we're going to see that in the movie.
No?
Nope.
Really?
I don't think so.
Oh. Well, I'm going to say I hope you're wrong.
The reason why I think I'm saying that is because while they do have the Spider-Man poster that says Murderer, it's the Tobey Maguire costume, the Sam Raimi,
and it's a screenshot from the video game.
Yeah, so that's why I don't think that particular scene is going to be in it. Because when we watch the movie, what's going to happen is we might see the same similar scene, but it'll be the Holland costume Spider-Man in the same poster.
Okay.
It's one of those fake-out deals. Yeah. And I don't think that he's going to have, like, the full-on beard like they have it in that shot.
Yeah.
I think he'll be pale. By the end of the movie, he'll be pale and look a little bit more closer to the vampire type that he's always been portrayed in the book. Almost like Bat-like in the books. Yeah. But that was that last-minute, like, sort of, ha-ha-ha. It's part of that multiverse.
I'm...
Because... I was actually happy that they just had Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Like, just having Toombs in there, I was like, oh, fuck, yes!
Yeah, they really didn't even need that Spider-Man Murderer poster because they had Toombs in there.
Exactly.
That was enough to go, holy shit, it's connected.
Exactly. So, like, because now you can... Because they're saying, like, you know, Venom is connected.
Yeah.
But they were really hesitant to make any connections because of the potential Sony-Disney deal.
Right.
Whereas now they can freely make that connection. Just like in Venom 2, it's going to be blatant that there's a connection.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. So that way, like I said, so when Spider-Man 3 is over and done with, they don't renegotiate, it's not going to matter because then they'll be able to shift Holland over.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll do a Spider-Verse at that point to kind of say that's why he's here. I hope they don't. I hope they just don't mention it.
Yeah, I mean...
But it's hard.
The cartoon was such a big hit, and... You know, I think for longtime fans like us, just the idea of seeing the three Spider-Men together.
I don't want to.
But I really don't see Tobey saying yes to it.
I don't want to because I think it's actually one of those rare occurrences where it's better if it doesn't happen. Yeah. Because you get to do the what ifs. You don't have to do the definitive, like, oh, they did this and it was a 30-second scene of them going like, oh, hey, you're Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Spider-Man.
I'm Spider-Man too. And then Holland shows up and he's like, oh, hey, we're all Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Or Spider-Men. Or Spider-Men's? Mans? I'm not sure what to say here. This is really cool. And then that's it, right? Yeah. And then you're like, oh, we waited for that. Right?
That was it.
You know?
But yeah, I don't see Tobey or Andrew saying yes to that when both of their movie franchises were canned. For reboots.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't think Maguire is bitter by any means.
No.
Because he made a shit ton of money off those movies.
And he was very much, I'm only doing it if Raimi's doing it.
Yeah. So he was kind of like, okay. Yeah. Now, Andrew Garfield, I could see being maybe bitter immediately after it happened. But we're talking about this a couple of years now. Yeah. You know, and I mean... It also depends on how much of a fan they were. Like, I don't think... If I remember correctly, Tobey Maguire wasn't a fan at all. It was just one of those where, like, they were looking... His agent was like, I think you'd be good for this. Yep. And he was like, okay, great. You know, like Holland, for instance. Like, there's that clip of him. He's, like, I think 13 or something like that. And he's just like, what do you want to do? What's the one role you want? He's like, I want to be Spider-Man.
Mm.
Like, for him, if they can that, like, they talk about how he cried to
Well, that makes sense.
Feige. I'm like, yeah, I could see that. Because
you're finally Spider-Man?
If I was cast as Superman, okay? And they did weird trickery with the shots and stuff like that.
All Hobbit style.
So that I looked imposing in comparison to my actual stature. And then they're like 2 movies deep, or maybe 1 movie deep, and they go, well, we don't really... I think I'd be like, are you serious? Can't we just get Man of Steel 2 off the ground, for Christ's sakes? Wrong comment.
And that'd be like me being Wolverine.
Exactly.
See?
And then after the second
Can you get ripped and be Wolverine? Yeah, I can. And then we're canceled.
Well, I feel like now you'd be like, couldn't you just CGI abs on me?
Yeah, I mean, do I really
have to do...
I mean, Hemsworth was ripped for Thor and you put a fat suit on him. So what are we doing here? I mean... What are we doing?
Couldn't you just superimpose my face on...
I
don't know, Hugh Jackman's body? I like that we're on the same page.
There you go.
I like that we're on the same page.
I mean...
But
Morbius? Yeah. I mean, this is the director of Life.
No way.
Yeah. So...
Okay. So that's
it might
another
be a pretty good movie.
No. I'm going to push this into... This is going to be a good movie.
Yeah.
Bordering on really good.
Yeah.
Because first you got Jared Leto, who... I have not seen do a bad movie or bad role. I don't think I've seen him since Dallas Buyers Club. Since like his own sort of resurgence.
Yeah. Where
I'm like, you know what? I mean, in some cases you could take him out and it wouldn't affect the movie. Like Blade Runner 2049.
Right.
His entire character did not have to be in there.
Yeah.
And you could remove it, and you'd still be like, it's still a great movie.
Mm.
But him being in there, I was like, yeah. And he's really good.
He's really good. The second time around, I enjoyed it a lot more.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And there's a specific order in which you got to watch those movies. Otherwise, you know. And also, you got to be in the right mindset, too. If this is one of those, like, there's nothing else on, then don't watch it. Because you're just going to be like,
that's not the moment. Okay. That is not the moment.
So, for me, long story short, I am in. I'm excited. I'm pumped. I can't wait to see this.
I'm in. Morbius looks awesome. And you know what? Someone tweeted online, is there anyone actually really excited for a Morbius movie?
I am now. I wasn't.
Before the trailer, I was.
I wasn't excited.
I was like, anyone who read Morbius as a kid, or anyone that watched the animated series, even though he had suction cup hands, they know Morbius. And they're going to be like, yeah, cool, Morbius.
I'm still hesitant based on...
Is anyone asking for an Eternals movie? I sure the hell wasn't.
No, but even then, like, that trailer is going to have to be fucking amazing. Like, really, I'm going to have to watch... It's
going to have to be really good.
I'm going to have to watch that trailer and just be like...
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't even fucking care.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't fucking care.
No.
And it's not even like it was one of those where, like Iron Man, where I liked the concept of the character but never really read the books.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even care about the Eternals. Like, in general, I don't care.
I couldn't name them all off. Icarus.
I can't even name one.
I did one.
You know, the best part is you could have said any name.
Yeah.
I would have been like, perfect, you got one. You could even have bullshitted.
Bob Jones.
Okay, well, that one.
You gonna believe that? Yeah.
That one.
You know Bob Jones the Eternal?
Yeah, is he?
He is.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's his Eternal's name?
Jonesy.
Okay. All right, you're cut.
You're cut. What I got?
What I got?
Anyway. Go all chill past you there.
Meanwhile, you're like, I got Icarus, so shut the fuck
up. Yeah. I'm one ahead of you, man.
Yeah. So, no, I'm pumped. I can't wait.
Yeah.
When's it coming out
again? Psyched. July, I think.
Of this year?
Yeah, it's the summertime. Yep, this year.
Oh, sweet.
This year.
Sweet.
This year, it's going to be a good year for movies. So let us know down below what you think of the Morbius trailer.
Yeah, do that for sure. As always, you can watch us on YouTube. You can watch us on Facebook. You can watch us on Instagram. You can watch us on Apple Podcast. That's listening.
Yeah.
SoundCloud and Google Podcast. I'm missing one. Twitter. That's the one I'm missing.
Twitter.
I knew there was a...
If you can watch us on Apple Podcasts, then you're a mutant.
There are people out there that can kind of see sounds, so that's possible.
Like Daredevil?
Kind of.
Does Daredevil listen to the Geek Pants Camcast?
Depends on which world he's in.
That's awesome.
The Netflix Daredevil definitely listens to our podcast.
Definitely.
He definitely does.
Yeah.
The Ben Affleck Daredevil does not.
Does not?
Nope.
Oh, I don't know. Well, that's because he's in that bathtub of water. Can't hear us.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sensory deprivation pod, which I always thought was kind of interesting because I was like, man, that's actually a really smart idea. And then I was like, how do you know when to get up?
Yeah.
Like, does it just automatically open at a certain time and then he goes from there?
How come he doesn't go to work and everyone's like, why are you so wrinkly?
And that was the other part, too. I was like, but if he's in there, let's say he's not sleeping a full 8 hours.
Yeah.
Because he's a crime fighter.
Yeah.
But he's probably sleeping 4 to 6, we'll say. 4 to 6, right? So it's 4 to 6 in water.
Yeah.
And how do you not lose, chunks of skin? Because it's just...
Like, Matt, you're looking rough today.
Yeah.
But I slept great.
Yeah, I slept amazing. And they're like, hey, by the way, don't shake his hands. It feels really weird. And don't even ask him about it.
Oh.
Don't even ask him about it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They did some cool things, though, like the stuff with his money, where he folded them different ways.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I like that.
that they did that.
Yep.
You know? And then you watch Daredevil Netflix, and you're like, that's way better.
Yeah, well.
Everything about it is way better.
You don't get Colin Farrell going like this.
Yeah, you know what? And I liked Colin Farrell
rub that bullseye
as Deadpool, but everything in the Netflix show was better.
Yeah.
Everything. Michael Clark Duncan was a huge surprise as Kingpin, and I loved it.
He was awesome. That was great casting.
But better.
Better.
Better at Netflix.
Better.
Anyway, thanks, as always.